Hello, happy Thursday, guys. Thanks for joining me today. If you're taking time to watch the replay, thanks for checking in on this later on. I'm so excited to share some super fun projects with you today featuring some of Stampin' Up's brand new Sale-a-Bration products you can earn for free. So more on that in a second. My name is Lori DeGroot from Loritamarie Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Calgary, Alberta. And I love to come here live so that I can share fun tips, techniques, ideas, inspiration with you to help you take your paper crafting supplies and turn them into beautiful projects. So there is a ton going on with Stampin' Up this week. And so I will just break down briefly a little bit of that. And I've got some fun ways for you to get involved and get crafting right away with some of the new things. And yeah, so we'll just go through that all together. I don't know about you, but this week has kind of been a blur. I don't know. I can't believe it's already Thursday. So hope you're having a good week. January takes a little bit to like get into the swing of things. And yeah, so let's all just have a little grace for each other this month, hey? So there's so much new stuff. And I'm just going to briefly show you what's new in case I don't want you to miss out on anything. So the first thing that's new is, of course, the new mini catalog. And combined with the mini are, I got a little flyer here, online exclusives. So mini is like your physical traditional calendar that you can flip through and get ideas. Online exclusives are like bonus. It's like all these other products that you can use and mix with this as well. And there's it's just like a fun way for Stampin' Up to introduce new products, essentially. And they're usually really seasonal and timely and trendy and things that you're going to love to create with. So I encourage you to just go to like what's new tab at the top of, if you go online to stampinup.ca, and then you won't miss out on anything that's new because there's two sweet collections. We went through this. I had a class last night. 2 suites, 6 bundles, 5 new stamp sets. So there's a lot of online exclusives. So you don't want to miss out on those. And the other thing that's new that just out on Tuesday, if you're into scrapbooking, don't forget to check out the scrapbooking brochure. And it's just online. I just printed this, so there's no physical copy. If you go to my website, hit catalog tab, I've got a PDF of this. So I've got a link to the PDF so you can check it out. And there are beautiful products in here. And even if you're not into scrapbooking, memory keeping, you're going to be able to integrate a lot of these things into your card making and other paper crafts. So don't forget those. And what's awesome and fun right now is Sale-a-Bration. So today I'm going to be creating with the Fruit Salad DSP, which sounds hilarious. But like most things, once you start playing with it, you like fall in love with it more and more and more. I love the fun colors. The fruit is fun to cut out. So I have got a lot of ideas for you today. And there's a stamp set that we're going to be using. And so Sale-a-Bration is when you can earn the stuff in this little brochure for free. So with every $75 or $150, you can just choose a free product. And it's easy for shopping online because it comes up in the checkout like, oh, you've earned something for free. And you're like, yes. And then you just get to pick the one that you want. So that's really awesome. Other perks at Sale-a-Bration is if you either like host a little party or you spend more than $375, you'll get extra $37.50 of rewards to spend on whatever you want. If you want to become a part of Stampin' Up, which I'm always all for, it's so much fun. They've got a couple great joint offers right now where you can choose like 2 stamp sets. One stamp set that's a special edition created just for Sale-a-Bration, and you get to choose 2 packs of markers. So like the subtles, the brights, the regals, the neutrals. And so that's really awesome. So it's like a $130 value added on to your already awesome deal of you only pay $135. You choose $165 worth of products. Then you could get the markers and then stamp set on top of that. Or if you don't need the markers and the stamp set, you can just get another $41 of product added to your kit. That's a lot of info, but if you have any questions, you can always just contact me whenever you want. Go to the join tab on my website as well, which is Loritamarie So the other thing before we get going that I want to talk about is my job here is to help you get creative, to get crafty, to give you ideas. And so I like to just create lots of ways for you to do that. So I have 3 right now. One is my launch party. Today's the very last day to sign up. there's 3 ways for you to connect with that. So the first one is if you're local in Calgary, I'd love for you to come. If you live in Canada or just even in Calgary, but you can't make it, I've got party kits to go. And so then you can have the fun of creating them on your own time. And there's a video tutorial for how to make the projects. And then if you're from anywhere outside Canada, you can just get the tutorial and still make the fun cards. And it is a video tutorial, so I'll be talking to you through the process. So that's one way to be involved. The second way is I do like a monthly class, which is kind of like more elaborate projects. So I want to show those to you because they're always like, they're different every month, but I'm calling these elaborate fun fold cards. And this month I'm featuring the Mixed Media Florals Suite, which is one of the online exclusives. And we've got this fun cards that open up. And so you get the product to help you make it. So the DSP, the ribbon, the embellishments. And then I also cut and prep everything for you. Or if you just get the tutorial, you've just got the step-by-step instructions of how to make it. So that registration is open until next week. And I realized that I didn't have it on my website yet. So if you're not on my email list, I'll pop it on my website this afternoon so that you can sign up. Okay, that's a lot of talking, and you're here for the crafting. So let's get to the crafting. We'll bring you down to my desk here. And we have got the Fruit Salad DSP. So this is the Sale-a-Bration brochure. And on page 5, or if you look on the website, Fruit Salad DSP. Okay, so it's 6x6. And this is what you can get if you, with any $75. So you spend $75 on anything you want, cardstock, a new bundle, whatever you need. And then you get the stack of paper for free. So it's 48 sheets. You get, I think, 12 designs, 4 of each. And so I'm just going to take you through the patterns because they're ridiculous. Look how cute these are. And then, of course, there's always the fun solid on the other side. So we've got kiwis and pears. And then even if you don't love all the fruit, like the other side, ooh, they're pretty colors. Pomegranates. And then another fruity one. Bananas. Apples. Like so many choices, right? And such a variety of colors. You got yellows, oranges, reds, greens. This one's kind of fun because you've got the outside of the citrus and the inside. We've even got cantaloupe. I don't have ever been cantaloupe paper before. That's fun. This one's really awesome. Pineapples. And then the watermelon is like the texture of the watermelon. So that's super cute. So those are all the patterns. And so I'm going to be using that. And then I'm also going to pair this with another Sale-a-Bration item, which is this stamp set here. So another thing you can earn for free with a $75 purchase. Or you can just throw these fruit cards with whatever sentiment stamp set you've got. But this one's really fun. Day to Celebrate. So it's got some great fun celebration sentiments. And then they've got a few images in there for you. So this is like a little bullhorn, or you add it with a pom-pom and it's like a little party hat. And then this cute little medal, and then a little like confetti. So it's super cute. So my goal today was to share how to take a layout, make a set of fun little cards. Then we're going to show you how to step it up. And then at the end, I've got these 3 little note cards that I'm going to share with you too. So I've got lots of ideas for you. So Stampin' Up! Is offering these great layout ideas now in all their catalogs. So if you're ever a little stumped looking for a simple layout idea, you can just check these out in their catalogs, and they're so great. So I chose this one here, and I liked that it had that little banner cut out, and it showed me like, okay, I need a little embellishment maybe. And so that is the layout. That was kind of my inspiration. And so that's how we're going to get started. So I decided I wanted to make a set of coordinating note cards. Well, they're full-size cards, not note card size. And so the first paper that I loved was the kiwis because I love the colors. These are like, this is Coastal Cabana, and it's so fun. And so for every card, I'm going to choose a fruit and then a background. So that's how I'm going to match it up. So I've got the kiwi, and I've got this great background. And so if you want to like punch up your card to make it super bright, you could use a Coastal Cabana card base, but I'm going to use Pool Bar pool party, just to tone it down a bit. And then for the background, I'm just gonna cut this to 3 3/4 by 5. And I like to make sometimes my background a little smaller to give like a little extra border on my card, right? So typically we might do 4 by 5 1/4, so you would just have a little less of a border. So this way I get a chunkier border. And then to get that banner look, I'm going to take my cute little kiwi paper and I'm going to cut it to 4 inches by 2.5. And then I want to cut out the banner. And so an easy way to do that is to put your paper, so find the halfway mark of whatever piece of paper you're using. So halfway of 2.5 is 1 1/4. And then I'm going to close this up. And then, oh, I need my trimmer at the top. I'm just going to cut down 1/2 inch. So along this side, I can see little like hash marks. So I'm going to cut this down to 1/2 inch. And then now I know that's perfectly centered. And we'll grab our paper snips. And then I'm just going to go from the corner to the top of my cut mark there in as straight a line as I can. And that's kind of like a nice easy way to get both sides pretty equal, as long as you meet up in the middle. I got it. We got it. There. It doesn't have to be perfect. I promise you, we were talking about this last night at the class. No one notices but you all your little imperfections on a card. So that creates the little banner shape. Then the next thing I want to do is get my sentiment ready. So I've just got a piece of white cardstock here. I'm going to grab my Day to Celebrate sentiment, and I'm going to use the congrats. And I like the font on this. It's fun. And I'm going to stamp everything in early espresso today because that's what's in the paper. And let's grab a block here. And the early espresso, just a little different than black, right? So it just kind of gives it a different feel. So we'll just ink up the congrats. And I'm actually going to stamp it, hopefully straight here, on the bottom right corner, like that. And I just want to show you something. So yesterday I re-inked my pad, and I want to show you the difference. So this is how it stamped before I re-inked my ink pad. And then I was just stamping it a few times. So you get, what a difference, eh? So you just get the little re-inker bottle. I'm just going to grab it here. So these little re-inkers, if you haven't done this yet on your ink pads, and then you just kind of squeeze. I just kind of squeeze mine in line. And if it's super dry, it'll just instantly soak in. And so you just don't want to do more than what can kind of naturally soak in. And then voila, you have a new and refreshed ink pad. So that's my little quick tip for you today. And so we've got our background, our banner piece, our sentiment, and now we just need some kiwis. So this paper, let's see, what did I do on my, this paper lends to fussy cutting, right? So I'm going to fussy cut some kiwi. And if you hate fussy cutting and you're like, well, I don't want this paper if I have to fussy cut, just don't do it. You can cut out a circle that gets you a highlight of some of the fruit, like use a circle die or a punch or something, and you can just cut it out that way. You can fussy cut leaving a border. If that's easier, you can go right up to the line. For the kiwi, I'm going right up to the line. And you just kind of move, let the paper do the moving, and let the scissors kind of follow, and that helps a little bit. And so I just kind of got this funky little piece here that I'm going to add together. So this is super simple, and we'll take you through a couple other ideas with different fruit, and then I'm going to show you how to step this up a bit. So take the same kind of layout, but then add a few more layers, because if you're like me at all, sometimes you like to keep it simple, but most times you want all the layers. So we're going to center that. And then you can put this flat, but I'm going to actually use dimensionals for this. So I'm going to put a little seal on the bottom. Then I'm going to layer my sentiment kind of underneath like that. And then I'm going to grab dimensionals and I'm going to pop this up just for something a little different. And you could cut the edges off your dimensional sheets. I was like, what am I trying to say? If you want to do it that way, and then we'll just peel off all the backings here. So I'm loving the fun colors in this paper, like I said. Obviously I love Christmas crafting, but you kind of just end up using the same colors over and over and over again. So it's been fun to kind of like, oh yes, all the other colors. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on. So cute. And then see, if you didn't want a fussy cut, just don't bother. But I'm going to just add this little kiwi on here just as a little extra element. And I'm not going to add any twine or any embellishments because I'm trying to keep it simple. But if you want to do that, obviously that would be easy to add on to this card. And I'm just going to add that. And if that's kind of sticking out a bit, I might just tuck a dimensional back there. There we go. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's grab my bone folder. And then we're going to make a little set, right? Like it would be fun to give someone like a little set of cards, right? So the second one is going to be pear themed. So this is our pear paper, super fun with Granny Apple Green. So I've got my Granny Apple Green base. I've got this paper here, which is the back side of kind of like the fruit salad. And so we'll go ahead and put that on. And these will go a little bit faster, and then we'll get to some other ideas. Put this one on, and then we'll cut out our little banner piece. I think I meant to do these all ahead of time for you, but we'll just quickly. So just about 1/2 inch I wanted. You could just eyeball it too. If you want to get crazy like that, you could just eyeball it. Okay, and we're gonna cut that up. And this one I'm gonna put flat onto the paper. Okay, so we're gonna line this one up. And then to change up our sentiment a bit, I have got a strip of basic white here, and we'll grab one of the other sentiments where it says, "It's a good day to celebrate." And we'll just keep using our early espresso. Kind of stamp that a little bit to the right because I'm going to put the pears over top here. And then this time I'm going to put the dimensionals on the sentiment. So when you're making like a note card set, it's fun to kind of keep the basic layout the same, but then just tweak one thing on each card so that they each have kind of a little bit of their own personality. And I'm going to go right to the edge there, line it up. And then I pre-cut out some pears, and we're just going to add the pears on. They're so cute. Come on. There we go. And there's our second one. All right, so when we're done, you gotta tell me which one's your favorite. The next one we're gonna do, I'm gonna use Petal Pink as my base. And I'm actually going to use pomegranates. So I was going to do the same thing as before, where I had the solid behind and like the pomegranates on top, but it actually looked better with the pomegranates as the whole background. So this is a way just to tweak it again a little bit. So we'll put this on. And See if I can get that straight there. Then we have our banner piece, and I'm just going to eyeball it just to go a little faster here. Okay. And this one I'm going to put flat again. And so you can see it's kind of a different look, right? With the fruit in the back and the solid on top. And then for our sentiment this time, I'm going to use a little strip, and I'm going to combine a few of the sentiments. So there's OMG, hooray, happy birthday to you. And I'm going to do the hooray, happy birthday to you all together. Okay, so grab our early espresso again. Okay, and we'll ink up our hooray. Happy birthday. And just trying not to have to wash any stamp or any stamps. Grab all my blocks today. And then to you. And then we're just gonna trim these to size. So this is just a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. And then I'll just cut each one to its basic size. And then we're going to match this up with some pomegranates. And then I realized the piece that I grabbed, one of them, the pomegranates, is upside down. So we'll just go with it. It's all good. There's also apples, which is fun if you don't want to do the pomegranates. But I think I've only tried a pomegranate like one time, to be honest. I was thinking about that. I'm like, have I ever even eaten a pomegranate? And I think I was in a different country. Like, I don't think I did it here. I think I did it on a trip somewhere. Somewhere in my youth when I was on a trip where you're more adventurous. Although I'm sure they taste really normal. All right. I'm just trying to go a little fast here because we've got another card to do. Okay, and so I just try sometimes to work with the edge of the paper, right? So if there's like a flat side, just work with it. Just tuck it up against the edge and it'll like look like you did it on purpose. And then this one I'm going to cover up with my sentiments. So that's a couple ways just to deal with that. And I think we'll just put it like that. So then we'll do hooray. Then I might just want to stick the other end in a glue dot. So hooray. Happy birthday. To you. Okay. And there's our third. Now we have, and you could obviously keep going. If you want to just keep going with the fruits, then you just keep going. And then you have a fun little set of cards. 5 is like a good number too to give to somebody. So these are cute little fruit cards. They kind of all match. And now I want to take this layout and we're just going to step it up a bit. And then I've got cute little 3x3 note cards just to show you. We're not going to make them together today, but I will show you them just for some more ideas. So for this one, I'm going to take basic white as my card base. And again, if you want your card a bit brighter, then you can definitely use a colored card base. And then I wanted a way to use like the fruit salad paper. And so this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to cut this to 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I'm going to mat it on some Coastal Cabana. So that's what the color is in the paper. and 1/4 inch mat. So that'll be 3 3/4 by 5. And we'll just go ahead and put those together. So you can see this is the same base as the other card, but now I've added a mat in there. So that's just like how to add one extra layer. So you could do a Coastal Cabana card if you want it to be a bit more bright, and then do a white or a yellow mat. That would look good. Okay, so this time to create our banner look, I went and grabbed a brand new die that kind of had a similar-ish look. So this fun little banner piece is from the Birthday Celebrations bundle, which is in the mini catalog. And it's from the Wildflower, what's it called? Wildflower Celebration Suite, which is fantastic. So we'll get into that suite eventually. So I just cut out this banner piece from a sheet of the DSP. So this is the back side of the one that was the pears, because I wanted to pop out the yellow a bit, because if you know me, you know I like my yellow. So I was like, well, let's add some yellow to this card. And so using a die is a way to step up your card. Just adds a little extra, because there's like always stitching around the outside. So it kind of has that nice level of texture to it. And I'm going to put it here, and I'm just going to hang it off a little bit on the left. So that's kind of a similar layout. And then we're going to do our sentiment. Okay, so I'm going to stamp happy birthday again on a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. And then for the main sentiment, we're going to heat emboss it. So that is my favorite way to step up a card, is to add embossing. So I've got a piece of Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use my embossing buddy just to brush it off. I need a Versamark ink pad, and you need some embossing powder. And this stamp says, all day your way. All day your way. Happy birthday. And we're just going to put that on, and then put your powder on and tap off. And if you need to brush off any excess, you can do that. And then you need your heat tool to heat set it. So that'll just be a second here. And I love these fun tweezers. So and make sure you go to everything changes. There we go. All right. So that looks cute. So I'm going to tuck this behind. Where's my scissors? And I'm going to snip it like that. Cut a little extra off. I'm going to add some seal to the bottom. I think I meant to have a little more. However you want to layer, I'm just going to layer these up together. All day your way. Happy birthday. Then we'll put these on, and then we just got to add some fruit. Got to have the fruit. Okay. So I just go through the paper, whatever ones you want to use. So I have got an orange. So tuck the orange in behind. And then I'm going to layer it up with some cantaloupe. Like so. And then we've got this cute little strawberry. And before we put it on, to step up one more way, is to add twine. I love twine. This is the twine that comes in like a little 3-pack with Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue, and Lemon Lolly. And so to keep with my yellow theme, I wanted to use the yellow. And I just folded it back and forth. It's a little loops. You probably only need about 8 inches, maybe. It's probably not even that long. And then I'm going to put a couple little mini dimensionals. And I might even just put it right on the paper so I get them kind of on either side of the ribbon. And it'll just help the strawberry to lay flat over top of that twine there. Okay, like so. Cute. And so the final way to step up our card is what? Embellishments, gems. So I recommend going through your stash. See what you've got that matches. If you want to check out the new ones, there's always such pretty new ones. This one's in the last chance products list. And I think it went with the Zinnia Suite. So you could get this still, but it's only while supplies last right now. But isn't it the perfect colors for this paper? It's perfect. So you got orange, 2 kinds of orange, a green and a pink. And you can make the pink work. So I just kind of went crazy, and you can just kind of put them wherever. And then you can even tuck a little pink one on the strawberry, and it fits. Do we need another one? Yeah, we need another one down here, I think. So there is our stepped up version with all the layers. So we brought out the embossing, die cutting, ribbon or twine, I guess, and gems. So you've got a cute little fruit salad collection. And then if you want to add in little 3x3 gift cards, I was inspired by a friend in my little Stampin' Up community here who loves to make 3x3 cards. She makes the cutest little cards. And I was like, I should make them 3x3 cards. So look at this. So I just fussy cut out the pineapple. But if you don't want a fussy cut, you don't even have to. So then I just cut 2 patterns of the DSP, and then you can see I added those sequins again, and then just a simple happy birthday. And then here's the apple one. To show you some of the different fruit. Really is a fruit salad. Okay. I'll come back up here. So I hope I gave you some fun ideas of what you can do with this paper. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, for any kind of little note. You could even just do like a hello, a simple hello on that fun paper, and send that out, and that would look awesome. And who wouldn't want to get a card like that? It's so fun and cheery. So don't forget, you can earn this for free and that stamp set when you spend $75. Sale-a-Bration goes to the end of February, and so there's lots of great ways to take advantage of it. If you want to come to my catalog launch party, don't forget to register. Today is the last day. And I still have my product share open. I have my Stampin' Create open. So there's lots of fun ways to get crafty. I want you to get into a crafty mode and have some fun creating this year. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll be back again next week. I know last week I said I was going to make Valentine's projects, but then I got sidetracked by Sale-a-Bration. So I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. I don't want to commit to it just yet. So we'll see how it all turns out. But I will be back here live next week at Thursday at 12 p.m. Mountain Time. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.